All right. The fan work.
Back in there. I couldn't get it back on the shot. See how long we go with the popping. I wouldn't mess with the fan right now because I think it could cause a problem. Because it's on that side, and that side kind of be causing problems.
Yeah.
All right, what scripture we at?
34, 34.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to see if I can turn the speakers on too. That works. Yeah. All the way. All right. Okay, we get that part. All right, and then that last part where it said, as also saith the law. Read that part again.
As also saith the law.
Now, that law is in the scripture we just read, Genesis 3:16. When the Most High put down that law and said, your husband shall rule over thee. All right, which is basically reiterating how it was supposed to be from the beginning. All right, because Adam was ruling over all the creatures. Okay, now let's get Ephesians 5:24. When you read it, go ahead and when you got it, read it.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 24.
Go ahead.
Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ.
Now the church is the Israelites. All right, we supposed to be subject under Christ, following what he laid down. Go ahead.
So let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Right. Same way Christ is over the church and the church obeys Christ, the woman's supposed to obey the man in everything. Okay. You got a question about that?
I'm just saying I agree with that.
Oh, Most High in Christ. That's what thus saith the Lord. All right. Let's get some more.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
Now, if you're a husband and you love your wife as Christ loved the church, Christ loved the church by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, he kept the law, statutes, and commandments, and he followed the Most High. All right, let's let this noise pass. All right, he followed the Most High. Now, as a man, a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man, you're supposed to follow the Lord and follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why a Christian can never understand this scripture. Christians struggle with Christians struggle with every scripture. Mm-hmm. You understand? But they for sure struggle with this scripture because they don't follow the law, statutes, commandments. So it's like if the man ain't doing it right, obviously he ain't gonna be able to rule the woman like Christ loved the church. Okay, they always say Christ loved the church. Go ahead, break it down.
Right. Right. What they make is funny because Christians want unconditional love, but they make all their love conditional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They make all of their love conditional. They say, well, if the man is doing what he's supposed to do, then I will fall up under his subjection.
All right.
Well, the truth be told, if you let that man go up in you, that man's automatically your Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That man is automatically your Lord right there. Already you approve him. If you let him go up in you, in your box that is supposed to be so valuable, and you know what I'm saying, in your treasure chest, you let him go up in that, he becomes your ruler from then on.
Right. All right, go ahead. Any more on that?
That he might sanctify and cleanse it.
Now, how does Christ sanctify and cleanse the church? And anybody online could type it in too. How does Christ sanctify and cleanse the church? How do you sanctify and cleanse anything? Through the laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. If you're breaking the laws, if you're a homosexual, you ain't clean. The way you get clean is by stop being a homosexual. Somebody teach you, you got to stop being a homosexual. You got to stop your wickedness, and then you become cleansed. That's how a man's supposed to sanctify his woman. He's supposed to teach her the ways of the Most High. Okay, birthdays. Every woman want to have some great birthday party. Birthdays is a heathen custom against the Most High. So he's gonna have to say, we ain't doing birthdays no more. That's how Christ cleansed it. When Christ came on the scene, he wasn't saying everything that was just popular. He had to teach Israel, okay, you can't do this. Don't do that. Don't follow after the Pharisees. Don't, do this and do that. All the different things that he was teaching. Love your, forgive other black men, other black people.
Right.
That's who he was talking about. When he said, forgive thy neighbor as thyself, he was talking about the Israelites, because Israelites beef against other Israelites. Black people beef against other black people. So Christ was telling them, you're going to have to squash these beefs. You understand? Because we had beefs back then. You got to forgive your father if he wasn't there. You got to forgive your ex if he cheated on you. He so-called cheated on you because a man can have multiple wives. So he so-called cheated on you, hate his guts. Every time you see him, you don't want him to die and this and that. You wish all bad to him. But then you want to go to the Most High and get forgiveness. It don't work like that.
Right.
It don't work like that. You understand? That's how Christ cleansed the church. That's how he cleansed everybody. And the man got to do that to his woman. So let's say you a man, you got a woman, she hate her ex and got him on child support. How you cleanse her? By telling her you can't hate him. No matter what he did to you, you got to forgive him because you want the Most High to forgive you. You got to forgive him.
Right.
And you got to take him off child support because the scripture says